And we are live. Michael Antonio live tonight. Just checking out what's going on with everybody and seeing if this live situation works with some of the new software that I have. I hope people are interested in watching. And like I said, if you're watching, whether it be the actual live broadcast or later, please comment. Let me know what you want to hear from me, if anything at all. I don't care if you like me or not, whatever. Just make the comment. Also, please like and subscribe and share. That's 3 things that I'd like you to do. So, yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Not a whole lot tonight. Just testing out this situation to see if this stuff works well for me. So, how's everybody doing tonight? It is a Tuesday night, August 13th. And I'm just checking out some different things here. Let me just see real quick what's going on. And yeah, just kind of a quiet night, testing things out. And I hope you're watching. I hope you enjoy. We shall see, This is a test. This is just a test. And I'm gonna go to my YouTube because I don't have my comments section readily available to me, so I want to check that out. And I just think that I think that's what's going on right now. And, so it's going to be a little quiet here and there. I'm probably not going to come on too much here, but I'm just, like I said, testing some things out. I hope you join me. And that's what's going to happen. I am going to have to take a look. First, I got to shut this off, this volume here. And we can see what's going on. I wonder if I need to use my glasses. That might be helpful. That might be helpful. I don't see anybody in chat right now, but that may happen later. So I guess what I'll do is I wanted to jump back on the Facebook page, of course, Social Media Delinquent, and, of course, the Red Right and You. We can take a look at the latest posts there from Mr. Dom, Social Media Delinquent, and we can also take a look at some other things. I did also want to talk tonight about some of the things that was going on recently with, of course, the election stuff and all those different things. It seems to me that there's a lot of lying going on, and it's craziness. If you remember the Donald Trump interview with Elon Musk on X, which I thought, it didn't start out too well. Obviously, he said there was that attack. What do they call it? A DDoS attack, where the system got overloaded, and they think somebody might have done it on purpose to try to stop the actual interview, stop the conversation so that Donald Trump couldn't be heard on X. Now, of course, we know that's what they do regularly. I mean, that is kind of a thing, so this is the world we live in today, where we don't know, these people can't win an argument or really do anything fairly because they know that their arguments are specious. They don't have good arguments. The average person is not going to truly grasp or believe what they have to say. So what do? They use tactics to try and shut down the opposition, their voice, in any way they can. Now, you saw what the EU did yesterday when they heard that Elon Musk was going to be doing this interview with Trump. They immediately tried to put a stop to that one. They threatened, essentially Elon, they threatened him, and telling him that, this misinformation cannot be broadcast. I got to tell you guys, I think everybody understands that everybody understands that the term misinformation or disinformation is, at least for the left wing, it's another word, it's another, set of ideas for trying to shut somebody up that they don't agree with. So, what they call misinformation really isn't misinformation, at least most of the time. Obviously, there may be some information that I would say that may not be true. I mean, it's possible that it may not be true. But I think more likely, what happens is that it is true, and they want to shut that down. They don't want you to hear, so they censor it because they don't want you to hear, what the garbage they're shoveling to the population. They don't want to. They want you to hear that. They don't want you to hear what I'm trying to tell them, that hey, this is really a bad system that they got going here. It's just crazy. It's crazy how we allow this stuff. So. And once again, of course, if you're watching, I don't have too many viewers right now, but if you are watching, please say hello, make a comment, or say hello in the conversation here in the comments here. We have a little chat room, of course. Make sure you say hello in chat. And, it's just craziness what's going on in the world. So, I don't know, other than that, I don't know, did you like the conversation? If you had a chance to actually listen to some of the conversation between Trump and Elon Musk, let me know if you actually liked it. Did you enjoy it? Was there anything about it that stood out to you? Please leave that in chat and also in comments. If you're watching this later, let me know how you feel about that entire conversation. Because I thought there were a lot of fine points. He really, Elon Musk and Donald Trump, of course, hammered some really good things home, talking about the incompetency of the Kamala Harris ticket and the fact that they're very far left. And, a lot of different things. Like she's not, this woman's not doing interviews. And a lot of this stuff has been repeated over and over again by all the pundits. They've all said, look, man, this woman's not talking to anybody. Now, she can make all the excuses that she wants, that we have to wait till the convention, until everything is nailed down so that we can actually officially kind of outline our agenda and our platform, so to speak. But that's just a bunch of baloney. Anybody that's well-spoken, someone like Donald Trump, he's well-spoken, he's aggressive, he's very confident in what he has to say, what he believes in. Somebody like him, he can talk off the cuff. He'll say anything, anywhere, and he just doesn't, it doesn't matter if there's not some formal setup and they're trying to get their ducks in a row and all those things. Look, if you are a person who is running for the top office in the country, in fact, really the top office in the world, if you're running for that, you should not have to wait until all the ducks are in a row to be able to talk about what you believe in, your agenda. Now you might not be able to be 100% specific. Boy, tonight I must be tired. You may not be 100% specific about what you want to say, only because, of course, you are, if you don't have everything, lined up the right way and set up for that formal type situation, but you can still kind of, in a general sense, outline what you want. And I think Donald Trump obviously is very good at that. I like the way he does things. I really do. But I don't know. I just think that sometimes people can be fooled. There's a lot of people that can be fooled into believing this person is, they're just, they're being mysterious. They're waiting for Donald Trump to make mistakes so they can kind of like write it down in their little notebook and use it later against him. And they're, so she's just being very clever right now and mysterious. Look, that might work in the entertainment world with like musicians and people like that, but it doesn't work in the political world when you have a job to do. You have to essentially be the chief executive of the United States of America, and you have to have your crap together. You have to know what you're talking about, and you have to be ready on a dime to be able to make very important and serious decisions. If you can't talk about it, You have no business being the chief executive. Now, I can tell you, someone like her, nobody really even knows how truly smart she may or may not be. Yes, based on her performance as vice president, you can assume, she doesn't seem too with it. You know, she doesn't seem like she's the kind of a person that would be up to the task of being a president. Yes, you're right. Can people redeem themselves? Can they kind of go into their secret closet and prepare themselves mentally, emotionally? You know, maybe she just hasn't had the confidence that she needs. And so she has that chance right now, but she's not taking it. So when she says, I am not ready to speak, to do interviews, to do anything that doesn't involve a teleprompter, that says a lot right now. Is she lacking confidence in doing that? And then, of course, the question is, why is she lacking confidence? Why does she lack confidence in doing that? If she's having a problem being able to speak off the cuff and outline all of her policies that she wants to enact here for the American people and for the world, if she has trouble with that right now, I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot going on here. Either she's incompetent or lack of confidence, or there's something really sinister going on here. We know what her policies have been in the past. We know what she has said about what she wants for this country. She's outlined it pretty clearly in a lot of areas. And, it's not good. We all know that it's not great. It's not something that most Americans want any part of. So if she comes out and begins to outline a more moderate approach, something that would appeal to middle America, so to speak, I got to tell you, this is me speaking. And again, I don't want to, yes, I'm giving advice, but again, this is just my opinion. I would say I don't trust it. I don't trust what she has to say. I just don't. I think that, she's the kind of person who, if she's going to switch midstream in her concepts and ideas and policy, that tells me that she's just trying to get elected. And then, of course, once she gets elected, she is going to just lay it out, man. She is going to go right back to the crappy policies that she has had in the past. And then, of course, another telling situation, another telling idea that she is not genuine, that she is going to just go right to the left, is that she chose a far left activist as her running mate. Yes, the governor, Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, is a far left activist. He is. That's what he wants. All the things that he believes in and what he has said, something that we don't want here in America. He has already said, and look, I watched this. I know what he said. He said that misinformation, the dissemination of misinformation, is not covered by free speech, which is baloney. Somebody can say something that is not true all they want. The only solution to that is more free speech, to allow someone else to say, no, we have the evidence that what you are saying is not true, and we're going to show it. Also, again, something that many of you may know, you probably do, some of you may not, so I'm going to let you know. Again, when a Democrat or anybody on the left says misinformation, or they'll say that something that you said was misinformation, that's simply a difference of opinion. They don't agree with what you are saying, and therefore it must be misinformation. Let's get an authoritative source. How well did those authoritative sources do during the pandemic? Let's just get down to brass tacks here. How well did they do during the pandemic? They had a very poor record. They were wrong most of the time, and that's a fact. Everybody knows that. So it really just angers me that these people can have this. It's just a really sickening. It's a sickening cabal of lies, and they just continually, pump this propaganda. And I guess, of course, the buzzword now that everybody uses is, what's that term that everybody likes to use now? Gaslighting. They're gaslighting, which they are. That's what it is. They will say something that, like, oh, you're lying, you're telling misinformation, when in fact it was them. When they said that Donald Trump was, in collusion with the Russians, which total baloney. But the funny thing is they were. The DNC was in collusion with the Russians against us. So, in other words, they were doing it, yet they said we were doing it. It's classic gaslighting, and they do this all the time. And anybody that can't see that, man, you really need to dig a little deeper. You got to have more critical thinking skills. Just learn to do that. Learn to not trust offhand whatever the government tells you or some party tells you. Doesn't matter. What I tell you, don't just trust it offhand. Study it. Dig deeper. And don't just study it in the sense that you're going to go to Google and look up some article. And, I had somebody tell me this, a person that's a Democrat. They've always said, well, we know that, the Democrats are right because, you just Google these articles. They'll tell you the truth about all this stuff. All you got to do is Google. When you Google, you'll find out. That's not the way this works. They will put articles that support left-wing viewpoints. So really, you're not getting the truth. You're getting their angle on the truth. You're getting a spin that is not necessarily true. And in fact, a lot of times, most of the time, is not true. So you have to dig a little bit deeper, And yes, that takes a little work. That takes a little bit of extra brain power. And I know a lot of people just want to veg out, especially if you work hard at a job. You come home from work, you don't want to spend time digging into stuff. So maybe I guess that's why you get people like the social media delinquent and myself who can kind of lay some philosophy out on you, let you know, basically the understream of what they're actually doing and what their mission is, their goals, and what they're going to try to do to you. I think that's what's important for us to see, that sometimes, these people, you can't look at them in a straightforward sense. You can't just look at them and say, oh, they said this, that's what they mean. That's exactly what they mean then. No, sometimes they'll let you in their world. Sometimes they will. They'll say things that they really mean. But a lot of times, remember, that happens usually during primary season when they're trying to get their own party to accept them and their own base to kind of get behind them and not anybody else on their side. So, but once they get into the general, they're going to lie to you. They're going to say things that sound good to middle America, to those people in Wisconsin and Michigan and all the swing states. They're going to say, oh, these people are going to love this. We're going to tell them that we're almost like the conservatives. We're a little bit more to the left. We're not 100%. We're not far right Nazis, but we are. We're in the middle, man. We're going to help. We're here to help you. No, come on, guys. They're full of malarkey. But no, what I would say is these people. I guess the best example recently was how Kamala Harris, she plagiarized Donald Trump's idea about no tax on tips. And I said the other day that it doesn't matter. She's probably not going to do that, first of all, because if you remember, she was the deciding vote in Congress to actually create that new law that enforced the taxes on tips, that actually helped crack down on getting more taxes on tips. So no, she doesn't believe in what she said. She just copied it from Trump to make it. She wants all those service workers to say, oh, well, if Kamala is going to do the same thing Trump is doing, so, I might as well just vote for her because, she's all right. And this is what this is what they do to people. They fool them into this stuff and they get them thinking like they, we're just going to go with her because she's doing the same things he's doing. But let me tell you again, this is how they operate. Everything they do to harm you is done in the dark of night. They do it when you're not paying attention. For example, let's just say, for the sake of argument, that they don't tax tips, that they decide we're going to not tax tips. Now, all the service workers are thinking, oh, this is fantastic. She's not going to do it. I know Trump said it, but she actually is not taxing tips. Doesn't matter. In the dark of night, they're going to increase your taxes on your taxable income. That paycheck that you get, although small, you might only make $50 a night or less, maybe $30 sometimes. It just depends on the service work. but they're going to tax that more. In other words, they're going to get their taxes from you one way or the other. That's just the way they are. And when you're not paying attention, you may not even figure it out at first. But then you'll find out when you start looking at your your tax on your paycheck, you're going to say, wait a minute. Last year, I was only getting, for every $50 I was making, they were only taking $7.50. Uh-oh. Now they're taking $12. What happened here? That's what happens. They're very tricky about this stuff. So you got to pay attention to that. I know it's a Tuesday night. Nobody wants to, think above the shoulders on Tuesday nights. But like I said, this is more of a trying to test to see if my new software here is working properly. I hope it is. So anyway, let's go real quick. I want to check something out here. Let's go to the social media delinquent, shall we? And let's see, this is where we are right now in the social media delinquent. Everybody, like I said, go follow and support the social media delinquent on Facebook, also the Red Right and you. Go ahead and support that because that's where a lot of these memes come. I want you to share these memes with the world. Look, we're close to this election here. We have a lot of people to teach what is right and what is not right. And so you need to share as many of these memes as you can. You need to, again, I'm going to say it, 3 things. Like this video, comment on this video, and of course, share this video so we can get this out to the world. Anyway, here's one that he made. I think he made it today. We got a leftist here saying, leave Kamala alone. She didn't do anything. And of course, Willy Wonka over here. We know, that's what we said. That's a pretty good one. I kind of like that one. That's very nice. So, what is this? This one, let's see. Oh, yeah. No, this is not politically motivated in any way, but have you guys know this one? When you forget to shake the bottle and squirt mustard water on your food? How often has that happened? I mean, too much for me, So, oh my goodness, I gotta tell you, a lot of good stuff here. We can also go to the Red, the Right, and you. So, this was one here. If you remember the Hawk Tuah girl, now look, I don't subscribe to what she was talking about there, but I will say, this is a good meme right here talking about, this is a young girl, this Hawk Tuah girl. She's just a young girl. No particular training that I know of in, public speech or anything like that. And what does she do? She gets her point across and she's world famous. So you've got what this one says, 2 completely different women from different walks of life with seemingly similar skill sets. One has been on multiple television programs, radio interviews, news conferences, toured the country, and the other one is running for president. Think about it. That is what is happening. Camelot. Oh no, I'm not saying Camelot because she is far from Camelot. Okay. But, a lot of neat stuff on this page. This is the Red Right and You guys. Go support, follow the Red Right and You on Facebook, the Red Right and You. And of course, let's go and support the social media delinquent on Facebook. So, I mean, and you've got another thing about this thing with Elon Musk and Donald Trump yesterday. And by the way, again, watch what, of course, Dom here, the social media delinquent, he writes these things, and when he says, might I opine? He was talking about this short clip showing Donald Trump actually in the room when he was talking on X, but not talking in the sense that, like, through the thing, like you hear it through X, like in the actual room, they were recording him while he was talking. I know that the Democrats were trying to say that he sounded like he had something wrong with his mouth, or like his teeth were slipping or something, or like he sounded like he had dentures or something. Now look, when you hear him in the actual audio, he doesn't sound bad at all in any way, shape, or form. just to let you know, let's take a look at it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit of it here, and you tell me if it sounds bad in any way or anything like it did on X. X must have compressed the sound quite a bit. So let's take a listen.
That it would have been excellent, and I hope we can have something like that today.
Well, I think we will.
I don't know if you heard that, but I mean, it's just, these are things that people don't think about. And I don't know, they're always trying to attack. It's a constant attack with them, and I'm growing tired of it. I get very tired of it, of them doing this, acting like every little thing they have to attack. And I can understand if it's something that's actually newsworthy or something that is important for the running of this country. If Donald Trump basically came up on the podium and said, yeah, I hate half of America, I don't want them to succeed, then yeah, they should share that. Do you know why? Because if he really said that, then he is not supposed to be our president at that point. Because, and of course, the funny thing is, he said this even at the RNC convention. He said that he is the president for all Americans. That means even the ones that didn't vote for him. He wants them to be successful. He has their best interest, even if they don't believe that he has their best interest. And that's the way it should be. But all this nonsense, when you have these, people that, oh, the audio sounded terrible, he must have, maybe his dentures were slipping or something. I heard a bunch of malarkey. I mean, it gets ridiculous. It just gets utterly ridiculous how they talk like that. Instead of actually just, look, be a normal group, be a normal person. If you're running for president, only go after your opponent on something that's worthy of being attacked. I mean, what's the point? But, they figure, if you mudsling, that works, I don't know. Just one of those things. So, yeah, we're just, I don't know. It's one of those things. I think I got an error on YouTube. Does everybody still hear me? I don't know if you can hear me still. But there was an error here. Like I said, I'm testing out this new software. And so I think they're having problems with it a little bit. But I think we'll get it figured out. We shall get it figured out. One way or another. One way or another, It should be okay. But yeah, setting this up sometimes can be a little bit challenging. A little bit challenging. So anyways, yeah, I just wanted to test this out tonight. I hope everybody's having a great night. So, like I said, one more thing. If you want, you can go to my website. I do have a new donation page. I'll put a link in the description, but I have a donation page if you want to donate. Right now I have it set up for cryptocurrency, for like Bitcoin and Solana. Oh, Solana's hot, man. Solana is really a good, very inexpensive crypto for trading, and if you want to buy any kind of coins on the, tokens on the Solana network, really cheap transactions, much cheaper than Ethereum stuff. So if you're interested in that, please check that out. So, like I said, I'm working on this. This here, let me go to this if I can. This is my donation page, and I have, let's go back so you can take a look at it. So as you can see, I have a donation page here, and this is how you can donate. That's if you want to donate to any of my cryptocurrencies. I'll add some more later, but I've got a bunch of different things here. And if you get a chance, if you want, you can also go ahead and hit up my free money page, which has a lot of opportunities. If you're the type of person who likes to look at business opportunities and things like that, some of it crypto related, different things, I will take you to that site. You can take a look at that. A lot of people like that, and that might be something you're interested in. I don't know. But also let me know, comment in the comment section here. Let me know what you want to hear from me if you're interested in any particular type of conversation or any kind of any subject, really. Just let me know, and I'll let you know if I know a lot about it, or even if I don't, we can talk about it. We can learn together. But there's a lot of stuff. And why is this thing? Everything's freezing up on me now. This is what happens. Anyway, I'll have a link. I will have a link in the description that will let you know how to go to my website. And of course, I do have some of them there already, but I think I have one also for my free money page, which allows you to take advantage of a lot of free opportunities to earn extra income. Some of the opportunities are not free, but they're not expensive either. And you never know. You might find something you like. I don't like to push it heavy, like, oh, this is something you must have. No, you don't need to have that unless you really want to have that kind of thing. But so I'm hoping that you enjoy what I was talking about here tonight. And once again, please like this video, comment. I want some comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to hear. If you want to hear some of my music, I'll play some of my videos on here. Why not? And you can comment on them while I'm playing them. We can do stuff like that. But, I do want to focus quite a bit on basically this political situation. It's going to affect Americans in a great way. We are going to see some very bad things happening if we make the wrong decision. Already we're living bad situations. It costs so much more for me to eat now and to survive and to get the things I need. And I'm sure you are dealing with that as well. I'm sure that's something that you are facing, and you don't like it. I don't like it either. So let us get the deal done and fix the situation, And with that, I guess I will say good night. I bid you adieu. And once again, please comment, like the video, share this video, share all of my videos. Go take a look at some of my music videos, all original. I got a lot of original stuff. I do have things that are covers, but it's the original stuff I have in my original music within my channel in the different playlists. So you can find my original playlist, and if that's what you're into. You might find some of it funny, you may hate it, you may love it, I don't care, comment. Let me know what you think. And I guess I will see everybody later. Ciao.
You find something new. There's no other way to let you know. It's time for you to go. Oh yeah, time for you to go.